From the Gardens Casino in Hawaiian Gardens, California, this is Poker Night in America.
Hello and welcome to Poker Night in America. I'm Jesse Abramowitz and he is clearly Joe Stapleton. We are at the Gardens Casino in Southern California, home of the Los Angeles LeBron Jameses.
We got a big old game for you tonight. How big, you ask? $50, $100 with an optional $200 straddle.
Almost everyone is in for 50 grand except for local cash game stud Andy. Are you going to tell us your last name? I don't believe so. Andy, it is. We've also got Poker Night regular Greg Mueller and Gardens High Stakes regular Matt Schreiber.
Action on Mr. MAGA, Andrew Liperace. Under the gun, Queen Deuce, he folds. Beltry's in, pocket fives, makes it 300. Andy, just Andy, 8-6 of hearts, he calls. Greg Mueller, he's making it another 1,000 with ace queen off. Back around to Veltry. Jesse, what do you do with pocket fives here?
Pocket fives here, this deep, I'm probably set mining.
Oh, hell yeah, that's what John Veltry says. We're going 3 ways to this flop. 4,000 in the middle, first hand of the night, and it's 2 pair for Andy. Mueller, the original raiser. It's been checked to him. The old FBT, full-blown tilt, former professional hockey player. He's gonna continue. Veltry. Folds. Andy. He calls.
I like the just call here. Andy's actually one of the best players on Live at the Bike. Always buys in big.
Well, Greg Mueller has finally turned some kind of draw. He's got a gut shot now when the 9 of spades peels the turn.
I think this is a turn that Mueller checks back a lot, so that's why Andy is choosing to lead at this turn.
Want to make sure he gets value out of 2 pair.
John, you still talk to them guys at all?
I can't see Mueller calling here, especially this early on. He must know that Andy's a very accomplished cash game player.
Oh, yeah. What does he do there? You don't play. You don't play. He just walks around.
Mueller folds. First pot of the night goes to Andy, nearly $10,000.
Joe, were you asking me what the chip denominations are worth earlier?
I wasn't, but go for it.
Yeah, so the whites are 100 per usual. Those purples there, those are 25. The light greens with the gray, those are 1,000, and those mustardy ones, they're 5K.
We might see some mustardy ones now. John Veltry made it 300 with king, queen off, but Andy, just Andy, makes it 900 with pocket Andys. Pocket sixes for Schreiber. What are we going with here? Schreiber?
3-9 call.
No relation to Liev Schreiber.
How do you know that? Don't say that. He could very well be related to Liev Schreiber. 3 ways to this flop. Ace is looking pretty good.
What do you go to watch it? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not
you
watching
do
that
it?
people.
King, 4 tray, 2 clubs.
Rough flop for Veltry.
It just came on. You know he's nuts. It's gotta be nuts to do this. I don't look either. I'm the laziest person in the world. You had a hand, you had a hand. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Obviously, Veltry cannot fold here.
But he should.
Maybe not. I don't know. Well, I had to be ahead because you had a call.
You were for sure ahead.
10 on the turn. Veltry does not improve. Checks.
This doesn't change a lot of stuff. I imagine Andy will probably fire again, but he actually checks. Interesting.
And the river is a 7. Veltry very likely to like his top pair at this point.
Yeah, I can't imagine him ever thinking of not going for value here. I don't expect Andy to actually raise this, even though his aces are certainly under-repped.
King.
Bet 4, call 4. Gross. Yeah, blink, blink. Zoinks.
Don't forget to download our free poker app.
John Veltry makes it 300, king 10 suited.
While you're here about CC Sabathia, No, what did he do?
Yeah, he said same thing. If the Yankees win, he's boycotting.
Scriber's in. Scriber's in. Ace-8.
It's exactly what someone put on Facebook, actually, quote unquote.
I mean, my
what you
God.
just said. Quote unquote, that's what they just said.
And I'm a huge Yankees fan, by the way. I mean, it's
You're
just,
what? You're a huge Yankees fan?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a joke. These guys are all just so out of line. They act like they're
Well, yeah,
like,
when they get 100 million, everybody's somebody now.
and he lost a bunch
He
of
did
weight.
lose a lot of weight, like 30,
There's an
40.
interview asking him, what did you do to lose the weight?
Well, yeah, but baseball players, I mean,
He's a pitcher, they're jogging around.
their idea of warm-up is they got spits in their mouth.
I
like
get that. I'm not saying he should be like cut.
This conversation is distracting me. Veltri checks his flush draw.
For breakfast, he used to eat a box of Captain Crunch cereal for breakfast every
you
morning.
blame him? I mean-
An entire box every
And when they
morning.
didn't have milk, they would use the water. With the water.
Veltri bets 2,000. Hoping to get a little bit back from the last hand he got coolered on. Schreiber calls. Top pair no good.
Stapes, what do you make of all the great sports talk at the table?
I am a fan of number 45, I'll tell you that much. More Poker Wars when we return. Remember, we are playing 50-100. Action, Matt, don't call me Liev Schreiber. He is raising to $400 with 7-3 of spades.
Schreiber, mostly a mixed game player.
Action on Veltri, Queen 10, call. I would imagine Schreiber's got some kind of plan for this hand.
Probably to like hit a straight or something.
Well, he does have a gut shot to a 6-card straight, but it's Veltri who's leading out.
It hurts bad, right? So when people are like, a lot of times people say,
Veltri makes top pair here on the turn. Does he bet it again? He checks.
but who's the one that started it? Kaepernick started all this stuff? Is he the one that started it?
He was like the head runner guy, him and his
1,100.
Really?
And the Seattle guy, too, what gives in there, Bennett.
Veltri improves and no draws have come in, so he's almost certainly not folding should Schreiber decide to bluff this.
Schreiber, not one to give up here. Usually if he's firing one, he's gonna fire 3. Pretty dry board, all things considered. Here comes the raise.
Wow, not only does he not fold, but he puts in a gigundous raise to 7,000. And the raise gets it done. Mueller first to act, makes it 300, Queen 8 suited.
Do McCallie, GTL +1.
He's out.
$1,000.
Over to Veltri, who says 1,000 with ace king off. This kid's running pretty hot. Mueller's in. Checks to Veltri or checks behind. Oh, trips for Mueller. Ace king drawing dead.
I like the way Mueller put that in there. It didn't seem all that strong.
Mueller bets a weak 1,400.
Better than Philly and better.
Not sure I love a call there, Jesse.
I think you kind of have to once you check back the flop, at least once.
Well, he is going to be facing another bet on the river.
Nobody knocks on the door, nobody bothers you.
Yeah, this of course is the problem with peeling.
Personally, if I'm going to get bluffed off of ace king, I want to get bluffed off on the turn.
Yeah, but if you get bluffed off on the river, it's like you made it further.
It costs you more money. Mueller bets 3,400. Ace king not beating a whole lot. Just pure bluffs.
3/8.
Veltri makes the call. Can you be trips? Can you be trips? No. Trips good. Trips good.
That's how poker's going in every game, even in the mixed games. The popular games are like these like new like split pot like bingo games like Badusi and Archie.
That's what PLO is when I see people play. It's like bingo.
So Andy's in, Mueller's in, Klodnicki's in.
You know about the squeezes?
I lose, oh yeah.
You have the 5 and the 4 makes you, 1, 2, 4, 5 and it pairs the 5.
Veltri, I heard you had a big weekend not that long ago. I heard you won all the money.
Ace high flop, 2 spades.
Wayo, top 2 for Mueller and a flush draw for Andy.
For the weekend or one day?
One day.
Andy called with his flush draw. Mueller raising top two pair.
Paul like did 180 and 4,800. We were playing 1K, 2K, so.
I like Andy. He literally hasn't said one word yet.
Walk softly and carry a big chip. 10 on the turn.
Well, now that I played 1K, 2K, I just can't drop lower.
Why did Mueller check that?
I don't know.
Now he's gonna pay for it.
He did it in one night.
What do you do the next morning after you win? You know you can't go back here and try to win another quarter.
I went back.
Mueller's led into Andy R, who's made his flush.
Yeah, it sucks. You
feel like you might have got there.
20 on the weekend.
I went up. Yeah, I went up on.
Mueller's two pair, no good. If those stacks get any higher, he's gonna need to apply for a permit.
In this city, good luck.
The Canuck makes it 300, king five suited.
Yeah, I had the money line too, alternate line. Oh yeah. For the Super Bowl, they offer all that
I mean, it was
stuff.
gross.
Veltri re-raising pocket sevens.
I'll be going to the Dodgers every day in the playoffs. I was convinced it was their year, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Whoa, it's aces for Schreiber. What are we doing again? Schreiber.
But they just couldn't win.
Losing 12 in a row and then turn around winning 3 and then losing like 6 out of 8.
And against teams they're going to play, Arizona and Colorado, I mean, they just...
And he has got all the equity here three ways. It's a 4.
This doesn't change much about the texture.
What kind of texture would you say it is? More of a velour, silk?
Like a twine.
And Veltri is calling. Looks like a lot of chips. They're worth $100 a piece, so he needs 20 of them. Five of diamonds on the river. Not exactly the best river when you get called twice with aces.
But on a double paired board, I think even if Schreiber is beat, he can bet and know he's not going to get raised. Might as well dictate the price.
Schreiber bets 5,800.
If you're Veltri, I think it's time to fold. Schreiber has a lot of small suited connectors in this spot often.
Call 3 bets. With what? You probably have quads. I'm gonna put you on quads.
I have quads.
Show one. We're going to know anyways. Just show one card. I'm going to say you got a big pair.
Show the
Aces.
There you go.
Is it aces? Just show it.
Oh, so I have to show. No one else.
Two aces!
No one's shown us thing.
Is it
Welcome back to Poker Night here at the Gardens. We've built our set right inside the 777 Bar and Grill. Might I recommend the water? I'm still on the clock.
Never stopped me. Let's get cards back in the air. Andy R will be first to act.
But the year they beat him, you know, that was when, well, yeah. I mean, Kerry was better, but
I think Boston,
Kerry's
they got
always gonna
Boston
be
as a
the-
bigger favorite than Cleveland in the East. They're only 5-1 into winning.
Schreiber makes it 400 with 10-8. Schreiber makes it 400 with 10-8.
on Boston wins is like 55 or something. You see that?
They got them ahead of Cleveland.
yeah, that was a great trade for Boston.
But why would they trade in their own conference? It don't make any sense.
Man, Stu McCallie sounds like the kind of guy who'd have his own section on how to act Philly in a children's magazine. Stu ordered Cheese Whiz on your hoagie. Don't lick the crack in the Liberty Bell.
All these teams have gotten pretty smart. Like, if you're a weak link on defense, they just attack you.
Veltri bets his pair and flush draw.
Schreiber double gutted here.
So even like Kevin Love too, it's like he's no good. Like he's not athletic enough to stay with these guys. They get him out on the wing and he's just toast, and he's not strong like down low. It's just like, psh.
Cleveland always had a bad defense, too.
Hey, when they talk about Cleveland, do they mean that dude from Family Guy?
Did somebody order the nuts?
What Jesse's referring to is that Schreiber has made it straight.
But sometimes it just goes crazy.
Yeah.
If he makes 2 in a row, the third time that ball's going up.
I feel like Stu and Liparachi should have their own AM radio sports show. I can hear the jingle now. Liparachi and the Dew. Welcome to the Danger Zone. Lip, 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 lipper. So Veltri is bet into Schreiber. Bit of a semi-bluff here. 3,300 is the bet. Love this raise, 10,500. Lots to protect against. Lots to get value from.
Veltri's getting like 3.5 to 1 here, and he's got 24% equity.
Spurs are done too. They got Aldridge is old, Gasol's old. They can't stay on the court against the Warriors. Tony Parker's washed up. Like they're just done.
7 on the river. Where's your flush draw now? This is a huge pot, huge, bigly. Veltri has checked to the last aggressor.
Schreiber trying to figure out what he can get called by. Of course, if it's just a missed draw, he'll get nothing.
Doesn't seem to be too worried about full houses. Bets 17,000, gets the insta fold from Veltri. How to fold is 4. Tough to fold those monsters, but when you're beat, you're beat.
Is anybody quitting anytime soon? No.
It's a fun bunch. I like these guys. They're fun.
I might.
Yeah.
I'll do like a flip with anybody if anybody wants to consider quitting, and whoever wins the flip quits.
Why, you want to quit?
Because I feel like if somebody quits, the game might get a lot better.
Claude Nicky hinting at the fact that perhaps they're a bit deep and they're a little hesitant, thinking that one less player would boost the action.
If everybody does like a flip and then the winner quits, it might be good for the game.
I see what you're saying.
He just said he wanted to leave anyway.
What?
If you guys have some money waiting, I don't mind getting up. I don't care.
I'm content with the amount of action thus far.
We were 4 ways to this flop. That's pretty actiony. Mueller's flopped his set.
Check.
I don't think Veltri's going to fold here with backdoor clubs and bottom pair.
Oh, but he should. So 3 players to the turn, which is the jack of spades.
The jack completes a lot of draws here.
But it does make 2 pair for Veltri, and that is going to cost him more than likely.
Especially because Mueller obviously has slowed down. If it goes check, check, and you've got 2 pair, it's less likely you're going to check this back.
$3,000.
Funny, Matt's okay with quitting now after he won that big
No,
pot.
no, it's nothing to do. I'm gonna play till the end, but I'm saying
So the river,
I'm gonna play till the
I
end.
feel a little more
otherwise.
comfortable quitting now.
Stop trying to talk him out of it.
total brick.
I don't care. I'll
It's
quit.
not it.
I'm out of my league here.
5 dimes.
Veltri with a very costly second best hand, bets $5,000.
5. Ow.
The worst turn card you could put out there. 8-9 got there, King Queen got there.
He seems worried about it, but he's never folding here.
Which straight do you have? 8-9 or King Queen?
Doesn't matter.
I can beat all the other hands.
Aha.
I think Veltri just went from wanting to get called to, oh crap.
3 sevens, Emil?
I have 2 pair.
2 pair, no good.
It's a bad turn card.
Couple of big pots there, all of which were destined to cost John Veltri some buku bucks.
I love watching good players lose because I do all the time.
We were all thinking it. Back after this. Welcome back to Poker Night in America at the Gardens Casino. Let's take a look at the chip counts. Andy, the local high-stakes wizard, he's up 16,000. Matt Schreiber is up nearly 10,000. Veltri is the big loser, not in life, just in the game, stuck over 32. And at the moment, Andrew Liparachi, sporting the MAGA hat, is down over 13K. Womp womp.
For everyone here at Poker Night, good night, Joe's babies.
Good night, my babies. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you click those like and subscribe buttons for more from Poker Night in America. And oh yeah, say something nice about me while you're at it.
Turn him over. I want to see them one time.
Might I recommend the water?